I was in the office with Natalie and Kim, and Kim told us that her dad's cat lived to be 50 years old. She said it like it was normal that cats live to be around that age. And Natalie and I just kind of looked at each other, and I was unsure. And Natalie asked her, she's like, do you mean 50 in cat years? But she said, no, actual human years. And we went back and forth with that a little bit because we thought she might be confused with what we were asking. But she said her dad had the cat when he was a child, and that she knew that same cat when she was growing up, like she had met that cat. At the time, I thought maybe. I don't really know how long a cat could live. I didn't think it was that old, but she seemed really sure, so I thought it must be true.
Oh, hey guys. So I've been thinking about this cat question and how to solve it. And for this video, let's call the cat Barney. Why? Because that just popped into my head. So we can't solve this question of Barney's age from experience because I don't know about you, but I don't know any cats who are 50 years old. And my cat is 6 years old, but that is completely not helpful. We also didn't know Barney personally, and we can't talk to anyone who did. So we'll have to solve this using good old reason. It becomes a statistics problem. So we need to know the probability that Barney lived to be 50 years old. So if we were scientists, what we would do is we would get a random sample of cats. Well, they'd have to be dead cats, right? Because we want to know the age they were when they died. So we get a random sample of dead cats and we would chart their lifespans. We would end up with a curve that looks like this. A bell curve. Most of the cats would be in the middle, clustered around the average, which I think is like 12 to 15 years old, but I'm not sure about that. So we would have most of them in the middle, and then we would have some that died when they were really young, and we'd have some that died when they were a lot older. And these would be the outliers. And from this data, we could find the probability that Barney lived to be 50 years old. But we are not cat scientists, and we do not have access to all this dead cat data. So we're going to need to fudge it. And to do that, we need to know two things. Number one, we need to know what the average lifespan is for cats. Number two, we need to know who was the oldest cat. And that will be our outlier that we will compare Barney's age to. So then, step number 3 is we will use our judgment to decide if Barney could have been 50 years old. This should be pretty easy. Okay, Google. What is the average lifespan for a cat?
4 to 5 years.
Maybe we should go do some real research at the library. Let's go.
Okay, this is it. It's very orange in here. Where are all the books?
cats in general seem to live a long time. It's not unusual for them to reach 15 or 20 years of age or even older. Average lifespan, 12 to 20 years. So, there was really only one book at the library that was very helpful, and that was the Merck Manual. Over here. The Merck Manual for Pet Health. And that book said that cats live to be 12 to 20 years old on average. So my guess wasn't too far off. I think I said 12 to 15. So I'm going to call my friend Alyssa, who's a veterinarian and an expert, and ask her, hey.
Is this thing on?
Yeah. What is the average lifespan for a cat?
Average lifespan, I would say, probably between like 18 and 22, 23, something like that. I've seen like 25-year-olds, but it's not common for them to be that old. But I also see animals that unfortunately die a lot younger, so I don't know.
So we already know that Barney is not your average cat. We need to know if Barney was the oldest cat who ever lived. It's time to go on the internet.
He is well spoilt, he is well loved, and he's got two humans who look after him like nobody else.
Puts his 25 and a half. Puts his tortoiseshell.
Baby the cat must have 19 lives rather than the standard 9.
You see, she's got the cat. This is all her. All this is palaver.
The world's oldest cat in history was named Cream Puff. She was born on August 3rd, 1967, and lived until August 6th, 2005.
So we'll look on Wikipedia real quick. And I know, Wikipedia is not always accurate. But in this case, they say that Cream Puff was the oldest cat, and that corresponds with the Guinness Book of World Records video, so we're just gonna go with it. Cream Puff was the oldest cat, 38 years old. Okay, I just got a text from Lauren. You remember Lauren? She's the one from the top of the episode who told us this story about the crazy old cat. She says,
Jesse, I just found out more about Kim's cat story. The cat was named Gypsy, and Kim says that Gypsy was owned by her father's stepmother. The stepmom was from Haiti, and Kim says that she practiced voodoo, and that's why the cat has lived for so long.
okay, so Barney is actually Gypsy. But more importantly, Barney was kept alive by voodoo power. I think that that's going to be another episode.